Hey guys, how's it going? Let's see if y'all can hear me and see me. Hey Patrice, hey Go-Kart, hey Victoria. Working through pocket prep, testing this Saturday. All best of luck. Hey Diana. Hey Jen. Hey Deep. Hey Gupta. Hey Veronica. Hey Blondie. Hey Diana. Hey Ashley. Good to see you guys. Where is my... So I was trying to log on to Pocket Prep so I could show them what it looks like. All right. Here we go. Let me see, where am I at? I'm here. And then if I go here, window capture, properties, pocket prep. Here you go. Let me check chat again real quick. You hit the mute button. Oh no. You just got the radiology notes. Good. I'm so glad they're helping. I did monthly, and even though I've paid for it for 6 months, they do not give guarantee with monthly subscription. Yeah, you got to buy the 3 months, and then if you don't pass within those 3 months, they'll give you 3 more months for free. This is what Pocket Prep looks like. Once you log on, you can see the AAPC logo up here with the CPC. You can get other ones too. There's a certified phlebotomy up here too. I didn't know what that was. And apparently I buy mine yearly. So I go on and buy the year subscription to this, and apparently I can add other exams. I thought the NHA one was maybe for their medical coding one, but it ended up being phlebotomy. So I haven't even looked at those questions yet, but I was hoping it was the medical coding ones, but it wasn't. I mean, there's probably office check-in or something with phlebotomy, but nothing really relatable to CPC. This is what your front screen looks like, and it can also look this way if you download their app too. So when you have the phone app, you'll get the question of the day, and you can build your own time quizzes. You can do a quick 10. You can look over your missed questions. You can build your own exam, or you can do a quiz in your weakest subject. So let's see, modifier 57. This email right here is some questions that I have issue with right now that Emily is supposed to be working on that I don't think are appropriate, that they still have stuff in here that shouldn't be because of they're documenting history and exam are no longer needed, but then up here in the question it'll say stuff about the history and exam being a certain way, and it can be very confusing for you guys. So I have them working on these questions. They did fix this one, but they still have a few more to fix. But they're just the E&M ones, real quick, on those. But for this question, a 57 modifier would be placed on an E&M code if what situation was going on. So that's kind of cool. Would it be for a distinct procedural service? If you don't like that answer, or if it's something you want to eliminate, you can click on this something. There's a way to strike through them. See, it's not that. There's a way to strike them. Maybe it's over here when we build an exam, but there's a way to strike through some of these answers and eliminate them. When a physician discontinues, no. A visit is post-operative, no. When a decision is made for surgery, yep. And then you can check your answer and they'll tell you where the answer is, which is super handy dandy. So if we go to our 2023 CPT book and go look at page 932, in our books, it's nice to know where they say the answer is, because then we can find where they say the answer is and learn more about using our books. We happen to be in Appendix A. Right here is our decision for surgery. Don't forget, this is not a full list of all the modifiers. A full list of modifiers are in your HitPix book. This is just a few of the modifiers that we have, and that's cool to know where the answers are. And if you wanted to build your own exam, you can go right here and you can click this and uncheck it, and then you can check the subjects, and then you can go here and pick whatever subject you want to test on right now. If I only want to do E&M questions and guideline questions, then you scroll down here, pick all your questions, scroll your bar over so you have all 70, and then you can start your quiz. And then it'll ask you their question right here. We know our answer is STEMI, right? If it's NST or ST, right? Usually. Or if it's NST or ST. You can skip through questions by clicking on the tab at the top. You can also go back and you can go to not question of the day, right up here under review at any time. You can click that button. You'll see all 500 questions here in one location, which is really kind of handy because you can click on the first one and it gives you the complete question, answer, and rationale in one, which you could copy, bring over, and paste it into a Word document, and then scoot you down to your next one, scoot you down to your next one, and so forth. Then you could practice them on your own at some point, but be sure and keep the integrity of the questions to yourself. These are, you know, somebody put a lot of work into it and building this website. We don't want to be publishing these openly over the internet, and we want to be respectful of whatever copyright or whatever we've got going on here. So be sure and keep that to yourself. But as an auditor, I know how to figure out a lot of stuff on websites. You can go to your stats and you can see how well you do or have not done, what your weakest subject is. And it's pretty cool, pretty cool. I like it. And I just have a few issues with a couple of questions and wish they'd change some of the wording in some of these. But they're working on it. That's your question of the day. And yeah, up here at review is where you go for all questions. But they're all pretty cool. They got way too many hit picks, but I like all of them. Which one of these is not part of the stomach? And then it tells you where to find your answer. The problem with this is you got to make sure you're in the AAPC version of the diagnosis code book and your hit picks book. So those page numbers aren't going to work if you don't have AAPC's versions of the books. So if we go into this one, page 34, we're going to be doing the stomach linings, which are right here. You just pick the one that is not listed here, which is the pylorus, and that's how they found the answer. But that way it's pretty cool because it teaches you where info is inside these books. And I like the AAPC Hit Picks version. It has almost 800 pages. It has a list of all the modifiers in the front cover and, whoops, sorry guys, and in the back cover, which is really handy dandy. And it also has all your anesthesia modifiers all in one location that you need to move to the anesthesia section anyway. So that's handy. It also has a list of all the modifiers with their full descriptor for each modifier in it. And then after that, it has your payment indicators, fancy stuff, your status indicators, your service types are also listed here. This is more for CCS people, but it's still handy dandy to have. It also has a list of general correct coding practices from CMS, which is really kind of neat. And then it has 100 publications of reference material about more coding guidelines and what to do and how to collect payment and all that kind of stuff, from everything from blood deductibles to, gosh, you name it, eye surgeries. There's a ton of stuff back here. And Pocket Prep does a good job of showing you how to utilize these 100 publications. If you ever go into COS or COC or CIC, These documents will be given to you for the certification exam in electronic format during your exam. But Pocket Prep does a good job of showing you how to utilize these. So if you ever decided to do COC or CIC, they're already here, and they do have questions on Pocket Prep with these. So you can learn how to use it and update these. So it is kind of neat. They have tons of stuff in this one. Plus more anatomy pictures. I love the bone picture. Better skin pictures too. A lot better. But we're hardly in this book. Oh, the Pocket Prep. That's what I was showing you guys. No, we didn't do that one. And we'll do that one. The Pocket Prep. But the price is not bad. It's $14 a month or $34 for 3 months. And if you, it's one of those subscription things. So once you put in your debit card or whatever, it's going to auto renew unless you go back in here and delete your info in it. It's not hard. You just click your name right there and say in my subscription, and you can actually buy 3 months that day, and then you can go in here and go on and cancel your subscription. It'll let you stay on for your 3 months, but then it won't auto renew, and you don't have to remember to go back in and cancel it if you don't want to. And if you don't pass, you can always go back and ask them for an extra 3 months. There is under the blog, do a search for their scholarship. They do have somebody here won 3 months access for free too. There's financial support right there. So I think that's where you fill out the application or whatever if you wanted to get the 3 months access for free. So pretty cool. And they do have that pass guarantee right there. So you just have to you have to buy the 3 months in advance first. And then if that's only $34, but then you get another 3 months access if you don't pass. But I like it. It's not bad. I like the questions, pretty thorough, just like in the same AAPC format, and not too easy. Some of them are easy, some of them are hard, some of them are way hard, especially some of those hip picks or the guideline questions. Just depends on where you're at. There's a one for chemotherapy. Sometimes those drugs are really hard to find because the name is not the same as what's beside the number, so it's really hard to find sometimes. So it's interesting, and I love having the page numbers. Let me check chat real quick since I've been rattling on forever. Who passed? Did somebody pass? Oh, Andrea, 62, you need to be around the 92% range when you're taking your practice exam questions. You need to be above 80% because stress and the total difference of the exam versus what the practice questions are, you're going to lose some points. I'd really prefer you to be up in the like 89, 90% range before you attempt an exam attempt. Truly. Just my opinion, Andrea. Just my opinion. Time slots will be going faster the longer you go out in the year. October, November, December will be less slots available, but just my opinion since you asked. I did some of the questions on DEF, but not seeing all question answers. I saw available answers only 50. Did anyone get free answers to all 150? I don't know, Rosh, what you're talking about at all, hun. What do you mean free answers? I saw available answers only 50. I did some of the questions on DEF. Oh, on Quizlet, that's what she's talking about, because that's what I was showing off yesterday. Quizlet CPC exam. Try looking just for E or just F. So this one looks like it's for exam E. You just have to keep searching around until you find all the questions. This one's the one that we were looking at yesterday for DEF. And sometimes it looks like they're all here. That looks like a whole lot of questions. But it does say 49 right there. Did you hit the see more thing? So when you go to see more, you get number 50, and then you get exam question 1, 2, 3, and I don't know. Yeah, that's A, B, C, and D, but they're not telling us what the answers are. You got to figure those out yourself, but the questions are here. So that's exam E. That's another 50. So there's 100 at least. They all might be there, but I don't see any answers, but that's okay. You can work them out in our study group on Discord. You can also go to this person's account and see what other things they have posted. She also has this stuff. She has a bunch of other stuff. Bunch of other stuff done too. But for free, you can't really complain too much about not having the answers. At least the questions are here and they're good to practice with, but you just kind of have to search. You can always change your search to F, exam F, and see what you can find. (2023). She's just got flashcards. She has exam C, final exam for 2023. Those are just terms though. So just, okay, those are the ABN, state laws. That MAC question's a really good question too. Everybody usually gets this one right, wrong when I ask that one. That's a good question. But it's just a matter of hunting, seeing what you can find. The HIPAA one, everybody gets wrong too. It's a good one. Just gotta hunt. What's the Bowman's capsule? That's a good one too. And then what's the glomerular? Cowper's gland. Skeens. This one was on my exam when I took it in 2019, and I had to know it in the correct order. But I like Pocket Prep. I do. I like it. It's all right. For 14 bucks, it's all right. All right, let's see. Thank you, SS, for saying everybody to like the video. You're awesome. Jay said she passed her CPC first try. Aw, that's awesome. Congratulations. That's fantastic. I hope I helped out a little bit. Made your life a little bit easier. That's great. User ability. Yeah, I don't like having to go find the rationale in a different part of the website, and then there's no page numbers where the answer is. So that is unfortunate about the AAPC practice questions, but I can understand. I love the way Pocket Prep does. Yeah, I think it's great. Holly is gifting out memberships. Thank you, Holly. So did Kathy. Oh my gosh, y'all. Y'all are so great. Holly says, I settled in for a live and had to scramble and bring everything into the living room to watch on the TV. Phew. So you didn't miss another one. No missing another one. And plus, all the replays are available for you on YouTube, so you can still watch them. Blondie says she's using Pocket Prep too. Yeah, I'm just talking about Pocket Prep. I will wait then. I appreciate it. And we'll do more practice. There isn't any slots in my town for the rest of the year yet. Oh my gosh. That's scary, you know? I figured it out, Rosh, what I was talking about. Okay, let's see. Ask for another date or do online. 2024, you'll need new books that will cost more. Hopefully not. Hopefully, I don't know how many new codes there's going to be for 2024 in CPT. I mean, there's a lot of people that have passed the exam with 2022 books. For 2023, they just used my little document that I made that turns your 2022 book into a 2023. And that helped out, and I've had lots of people pass, even with older books. It just depends on how much they redid. The gifting means that Kathy and Holly sent YouTube money and said, here, I want to give this money away to somebody that's watching this live right now and let them have a subscription to Jen's membership. So that is awesome. Thank you so much, guys. No need to pay. You got all of my old access to all of my old workshops and any live book prep that I did. Hey, Victoria, she gave away one too. Congratulations, Danny, you got that. Y'all are awesome. My goodness. Holly has 3 of them that she bought. Don't forget about our monthly magazine. Let me figure out how to show y'all this. Let's see, I gotta switch emails. can only log on with this one. And then can I do a screen share? Nope, wrong one. This one? And I'm in the wrong one. So let's go here. I really want to go there, but I don't know why it's not letting me go there. That's not it. Copy. Program. There we go. There we go. All right. So if we go to AAPC's website, if you have ever bought a subscription or any practice questions from AAPC, you know they're going to be under your purchased items, right? And then you're going to go to items and they'll be right here. And this is where you do your exams. And it, like I said, it doesn't matter if you have time to do one question, be sure and go in and answer one question. Are we doing cancer, symptoms, cancer, or kidney something? What did they get diagnosed with? Pathology, specimen submitted. Did pathology come back with say anything? Followed by permanent, it didn't say anything. Even if you have time for one question, and you can tell when they reformat questions, they have extra spaces in them. When some questions they don't. So you can tell when they go in and do a new updated question or not. It's kind of interesting. But anyway, all you got to do is hit grade down here. At any point, even if you just hit the answer to 1, you can hit grade. And you still get the rationale for all the questions. And you can see if you got it right or not. So super easy. You don't have to worry about that. But there's also 20 questions we get free a month because we have a membership. All you have to do is go here. You're going to go to CEU search. When you get here, you're going to click on this one that says low cost, AAPC CEUs. When you get here, you're going to click on this business healthcare monthly. Oops. What are they doing now? Anyway, when that page is working, there are free CEUs here, but there are also practice exam questions that are free. We get 20 a month, but there must be something wrong with their link for some reason. I wonder what's going on. I got a letter from them today wanting me to renew my subscription. Oh, it says I'm not logged on. Why am I not logged on? I know I'm logged on. What is it taking me to? Says it's kind of like I'm not logged on. So that's interesting. Anyway, there are 20 here free a month. Just remember not to answer every single question correct. Leave 3 of the answers incorrect so that when you hit grade on those, you don't get counted because you're going to need your CEUs to submit for your CEUs when it becomes your month to renew. You notice here I haven't done any magazine articles since March. This is the one that I did in March. And you'll get these little CEUs that automatically go into your collecting pool here. They won't let you submit your CEUs until 30 days before you're due. So they just kind of have to sit here until, and then you got to remember to come back on the 1st of whatever month. So
Jenny Marquez has become a member.
That's a bit of a pain, but it's helpful. But I wonder why I can't get into these magazine articles. It's going to drive me nuts. Can I go in and view it here? No, it's only going to let me view the certificate. I'll figure out a way to get back into there some way or another. Anyway, they give us 20 a month for free. And those practice questions are pretty cool. You can only go back for the last 12 months and look at the last 12 months monthly magazines. So they'll get rid of some of these practice questions and exams, and you can't view them anymore unless you save them. But oh well. I don't know what's wrong with their website today. Hey Jenny, so glad you joined. I hope those old workshops and the book prep videos help you out. Chat's blowing up today. That's awesome. Any questions before we get started today? Any questions about certain codes or anything that y'all want to ask before I move it along? I'm working on respiratory right now. Notes. I just finished posting up digestion and radiology notes. Respiratory, I'll finish up. And then we've got to go do muscles, cardio, and medicine section. Is that it? Yep. Just be sure, I write way too much, but you guys go in here and write in the function of any of the anatomy pictures, like nasal cavity, a way for air to enter into the body. Just those functions will help out a whole bunch for sure. And I just Google search them. That's all. So here's your first question. Make it a little bigger for you guys. Cardiovascular. What are the important codes to highlight in the digestive system? Well, Miss Shadow, I guess you got to have my notes to know all of them, but let me see what I've got here that I can point out real quick. 49592, 49614. Those two are muy important. 49592, 49614. Those are new codes. Under abdomen and incision, 49000, super important with O2 and 10. Those are important. 47562 and 63. Super important. 47000, another incision. Hemorrhoidectomy, be sure to know 46260. Yep. Under colonoscopy, the flexible diagnostic with a brush, so we're looking at 45378. 45378. Sigmoid flexible diagnostic 45330. Super important. Well, it's nice, Booker, because they give you the page numbers. Even if you don't do well on the question, you can go find the answer. Some of the ones in the HitPix book for the guidelines are super challenging. I even have trouble, even with the page number, finding the correct answer. Where is it on that page? Sometimes, but I'm glad you're enjoying it. I hope it helps for sure. And on this question, if a provider states in their documentation that medication was reviewed and reconciled, they are meaning the patient's medication. They are managing the patient's medication. What is the risk level? So what they're wanting you to do is, look here. They're evaluating to know whether or not you know how to use this lovely chart in E&M. Right here, these 2 pages. They're wanting to know if you know how to use this. We have 3 elements of E&M now, and the elements together make up your MDM, but the elements are now how many problems were addressed, how much data was reviewed, and then how much risk. They're asking over here about review and reconcile of medication. Underneath risk, they'll list some common comorbidities or things that are going on in the office visit that might increase your risk for a patient. So just doing any kind of diagnostic testing or treatment, or same sort of thing here, an additional diagnostic or treatment. But under this one, moderate, they do have examples of prescription drug management, decision for minor surgery. Over here under high, they have drug therapy instead of drug management. And then they have a decision regarding an elective surgery instead of minor surgery. So noting those small little differences, this says elective, where under moderate, over on the other page, it says minor. And then right here it says drug therapy, but over there on the other page it says drug management. Knowing that those little differences and where they're at on this chart will help you. Drug management is on this page, which leads you over to moderate for your MDM. So we know anything that is drug medication related stays under our moderate for sure. So they're just seeing if you know how to use that chart. That's all. Elizabeth just got pocket prep, but she likes it so far. Thank you, Blondie. I wish I got some sort of kickback on Pocket Prep. I bet their subscription rating has shot up since I started announcing them. I wished I'd have known about them back when I was doing all this. All right, next question. If a note states radiological images reviewed today with the patient, which E&M MDM complexity category is this considered under? Is it category 1, 2, or 3, or none of the above? Any idea where you would find the answer to this one? Anybody in the New York area? One of my best friends is in the New York area, and boy, their skyline looks crazy tonight. Goodness. Y'all look like California. I used to live in Apple Valley, California. We used to have those wildfires all the time, and man, we had some crazy skylines with all those fires. We had a fire tornado once.
Vessel 586 donated $1.49 through Super Chat.
Yay, thank you. Thank you so much for the donation on Super Chat. That money will go right back into you guys. That's awesome. All right, for this answer, just in case, it's also located on these charts, and the full set of each category is right underneath here. We've got category 1, category 2, category 3. It doesn't have anything to do with it being moderate for this particular question. They're just asking under which category, category 1, 2, or 3, would a radiology review of a result be under? That would be under category 1, because under category 1 we got these four bullet points. It's review of external records, review of each unique test, and what they mean by unique is urinalysis is unique to blood glucose level is unique because one's urine, one's blood. Another unique test would be radiology, like an X-ray is unique to a CT scan. A CT scan is unique because it's different than a regular chest X-ray. So, and then ordering any unique test or assessing from an independent historian, like a family member or another physician who calls that physician and says, this is that patient's history, that kind of stuff. But all this is under category 1. Category 2 is independent interpretation of testing, and then conferences is category 3. So this one would be answer A. Which of the following conditions can cause a chronic cough? I know. Well, they're pretty mad at me right now because Pocket Prep is, because I keep fussing about their questions. I want them changed in E&M. I got 5 more questions I want them to change, so I don't know. They're technically not correct, so technically they need to fix them. They're okay, but technically they need to fix them. Yep, all of the above. Allergies can make you cough. Reflux, which is GERD, can make you cough, and so can COPD. Yep. And it's also one of AAPC's favorite answers. Here's your next question. I'll be right back. I gotta go check the front door. I'll be right back. Coming in, staying out. What are you doing, Magpie? Sorry guys, still getting things delivered. We got to be on a plane at 6:30 in the morning, so it's crazy. All right, we have a new patient who presents to the office with pain while urinating. We have no MDM and no time. Where would this fall in our little chart that we have on page 8 of the 2023 CPT? That's where that column 1 or 2, I guess you want to call it, comes into play. Click right here. So if we have no MDM and we have no time, we have to go by how many issues the patient is having. Is it a self-limited minor problem? Do we have 2 or more self-limited problems? Do we have 1 chronic condition? What do we have? We have to go by what's in this column and put it into the right slot so that we know which MDM we're talking about. Let's see what chat says. Got a lot of B's and C's. Veronica wanted to confirm that we could write down examples. Lord, yes, these are your books. You can write whatever you want in them. I'm just showing off a blank book right now because it's easier for me to show you what's on here and teach you how to use it on a blank book. But gosh, you should see my book. I mean, I've won some awards with what all I've got written in here. I mean, you don't want to know what I got written on mine. I got a hot minute of examples, and you can write whatever you want in your books. No one's going to care. Just be sure and write in the available spots that don't have black printed on it. You can't write over the book's writing. You don't need to get rid of their printing and make your own spaces available, but all this space is all free. Write all in it you want. That is free. Write all in it you want. Lord, yeah, right away. Absolutely, you can write examples in here. So where would we put a UTI with no other problems, no other issues? We're going to put it in the 203 because that one, we would not put it under our straightforward or minimum because it's not a self-limited or minor problem. We're actually going to have to write an antibiotic for that, which increases our risk. We are going to write a prescription. We're probably going to do a drug test, a urinalysis, right? We're going to send that out for a lab test. But they have one acute illness. A minor self-limited problem is not an illness. You leave an illness left alone, untreated, it could kill you. There's some super famous 1950s actress whose mother did not believe in medicine. She believed in the power of prayer only, and that actress passed away, and I used to love watching her movies, old 1950s. But she died of a UTI. That's exactly what happened to her. I have to remember what her name is. But so it's an illness. So you want to put illnesses with illnesses. Minor problems would be like, I have a sore ankle. I have a splinter. Those kind of things. Self-limited, just a minor problem that is not an illness or anything that is chronic. What about this one? We have a patient who presents to the office with pain while urinating. Again, another UTI. The physician notes that the patient does have diabetes this time. Is that going to be minimal, low, moderate, or high? Because now we're dealing with an illness and a chronic. Where would that go? It doesn't matter if it's new or established, really, but it could make it go up if we knew that, but that's all the info we have. This one's moderate. We have one chronic and one illness. We're going to elevate that one to that level. So a good example to write underneath low is UTI. Underneath moderate, put UTI with diabetes. Those are two examples to write right there. What about this one? What have we got going on here? Get my drawing tool. What have I got going on? Here we go. Let's go check out our 929 codes. What is going on there? best thing to do is try to get out the books, get to the codes as fast as you can while they're being flashed on the screen. Practice getting to the codes, because that's half your battle, is muscle memory, trying to get through this code book and get to everything. So if we've got our 92960, we've got cardioversion elective, our 61. One of them's internal, one of them external. Super handy dandy. We've got external, internal, and then our 71 is also external. It's probably going to be, but this is cardio assist. And then our 50 is cardiopulmonary. This one is cardioversion, and this one's internal. So all I did was put internal or external here in the first column. Then I put cardioversion, cardio assist, or cardiopulmonary. Just a little something that means something to me. You can come up with your own ways of doing this, but that's the differences between those codes. Then I just go see what we did. We did do cardioversion. What do you guys think the answer is? Show off the rest of the question. What do you guys think? Not always, Virginia. If you have 2 items in moderate and 1 item in high, what would that make it moderate? If it's an established patient, if it's a new patient, it could make it a high. This cat book, the table that we're looking at is 2 of 3. They don't have a table in the E&M thing that is 3 of 3. So that makes sense. This table right here in this top corner, it's 2 out of 3 elements need to meet this level. If this is all based on established patient, if you're 3 of 3, it would be something different, but that's highfalutin. You won't need to know that for the CPC exam. Hey Twinkle, how's it going? Yep, we've got A is our answer. Good job. That one was easy. All right, let's go look up our 644. See what's going on there. 64483. Do we need 644, that's 63. Where's 83? We're over here. 83. This one, this one already includes our imaging guidance of fluoroscope and CT. So you know right away with this code, based off that descriptor, you're not going to be adding any radiology codes. So any answers with that in it, you could get rid of just by looking at the descriptor. So now all you need to know is, did we have an additional level or not? Because the 83 is single, and this is for each additional afterwards. So how many did we do? One level or more? So for L5 to S1, how many is that? And don't forget, you can use in the front of your book, no, front of your ICD-10 book, right? Has a picture of the spine for you. So you can count how many levels that is, if you don't already know. This is for CPC, AAPC. This is for AHEMA, CCS. It's for NHA. It's for any medical coding certification exam. Yep, that is just one level. Yep, so we just bill A. All right, let's go look at these 4/4s. We've got 3 of them that end up being 441. So I'd run to those codes first. 441, 40, 41. So we've got a colectomy partial. With the fixing of the asbestosis, or we have the skin level where we're gonna inside the cecum. If it's the 41, we're gonna be in there placing a cath in the tube, and we're gonna suture it up in the cecum and abdominal wall. If we did the 41, if we did 43, it's a closure. We're gonna remove part of the colon. We're going to bring the upper part of the colon through a separate incision if we did it that way. But let's go check it out, see what we did in this question. They went in a partial colectomy, including the colectomy due to current endocarcinoma. How would we code this one? Yep, the mic picked up everything. Perfect. Good job, guys. A is the answer. Yep. Easy ones for you guys. Chemotherapy. If we're doing a chemotherapy agent into the pleural cavity, into the chest, are we going to be up here in this section, or are we going to be in the back of the book in the medicine section? That's your first thing to clear. Thank y'all for the hearts. Here we go. I was trying to get one of those to go through last night and it wouldn't go through. Who's gonna win this one? V did? Awesome. Good job. All right. Are we gonna be in the 30,000s or in the 90,000s in the back of the book? What do you guys think? Yep, I like that answer too. Back in the back. We're not going to be doing anything in the lungs that we need to be up in the front. Chemo is always going to be in the back of the book. So you could eliminate those two answers super quick. Just concentrate on whether you do A or C. Probably a difference between doing one CPT code or two. It's usually more than likely just the one. Which of the following services is included with cardiac care codes? We were doing cardiac care or critical care, yesterday during the live. So this is to piggyback up on that. Which of the following services is included in critical care codes? There goes another one. Let's give away another subscription. Which of the following codes are included in critical care codes? We do not have an admit status here to know anything. But if you're going to do CPR, if you're going to do trach, and if you're going to do a spinal fluid tap, you're going to bill for all of those. because none of them are included in critical care. All right. Another question. This one's AMI. The exam. I don't know if it's still on there. But for those that have watched me long enough, know the little trick here with these. If it starts out with STEMI, STEMI, then the answer is always STEMI. If it starts out with AMI, then you know your answer is going to be AMI. So that's how I remember these for the CPC exam. Is just look for what do they start out with. And that's how we finish up. All right, I'm going to let you guys work on this diabetes one real quick. I'm going to go throw the last load of clothes in the dryer real quick. It's just because I got to be on a plane at 6 a.m. and that's like 10 hours from now. So let me go get that load in the dryer real quick and hit start while you work on the diabetes question. I'll be right back. Not doing so good, James? Travis, come put the clothes from the washer into the dryer for me, please. Thank you. All right. I solicited a child to finish that task for me. So that's awesome. All right. For diabetes, which of the following most accurately describes the differences between type 1 and type 2? I look for keywords because they're all starting out the same way. So skipping over reading the beginning of these sentences and usually the ends are helpful. We've got two. Those two look most similar. We're looking for a correct answer. So type 1 is an autoimmune disease and type 2 is not. That one's the most correct. Which of the following is part of that particular type of skeleton? This is helpful. In my notes, I go through and color code the bones on our Skeletor in our CPT book on page 115, which is real handy dandy to do, in case you're asked. I do pink one color and green another color, and then just label them. And then if you're asked which of the following is an AP skeleton, cervical spine, scapula, sternum, or zogot arch, zomatic arch, you can figure out which one it is based off the color scheme. It's kind of handy dandy. Aw, you know, I hope they've come up with a cure for that one of these days. It'd be awesome. Good night, Elizabeth. I hope this was helpful. I won't be back until Friday of next week, so I'll be on live showing off parts of our trip to Texas and stuff. My oldest and other family members are going to stay here in Arizona, but me and the boys are going off to Texas. We're going to take my mom to see her baby brother, who is turning 70 years young on Saturday. So we're going to go see him in Texas, and I'll go live on TikTok and show y'all some of the sights and stuff on our adventures. But I will see you guys on next Friday. I know some of you have a test this Saturday, so I wish y'all the very best of luck. This one, everybody's saying B. Good job. And that is it. That's all the questions I had prepped for tonight. Is there anything else you guys wanted to go over? Any questions about any codes at all I can help y'all out with? Differences? Notes? You want some other important key codes to know? If I've done that section yet. I may not have done the section yet, but I've done a lot of the sections. If you're taking your exam this Saturday, be sure you know codes 803, 05, 06, and 07. 80335, 336, and 80353. Yep, I can go back to the last one. It's scapula. (80197). 81235 could be important on the exam. I did some of the radiology. 64490, a diagnostic or therapeutic paravertebral faucet joint. 64490, we did it today during our practice. Those are often important. Yay, Lydia. That's awesome. Tomorrow's the first day for me work from home. And it's late at the end. All right, Gupta, no worries. I will see you later. Hopefully y'all can follow along with our little trip we have. if we have what am I thinking of? I'm thinking of our moths again. I'm always thinking about our moths because they have those on the exam so often. Let's see. I want to do this. I haven't done that question in a long time either. Where is this one? Let's see. We are going to cryo 16 of those suckers, and let's see, what our answers be? What do you guys think? I can do vaccine, sure can. June 18th is the next workshop. In fact, I can go post that up, I think. Wix. Booking services. Neat. Yeah, we're going to do that on the 18th. Good job, guys. Yep. C's the answer. Vaccines. Okay. So let me see something real quick. I may have file open. Says me. Oh, come on. Which document is that under? Wrong documents? Documents. No. Oh, I put it under immunizations, didn't I? It's like, what did I call it? I know I called it something. All right, let me erase my crap. And let me move. Where's my Word document? Move that to immunizations. There we go. Okay, if you guys can see this one, don't forget that when you see these questions, to be sure and put blinders on. You want to cover up everything. That's why bringing an index card or something with you during the exam, or training yourself not to worry about anything and only looking at the very first code in each answer first, so that you can tell what the differences are. We've got 2 here that are in the 90s, and then we have 2 that are in the 80s, right? So first we have to figure out if our patient is new or established, right? Because those are E&M codes at the front of our book, right? I think. Or something. 993. So the 80s are new patient, and then the 90s are established. So first figure out, is your patient new or established? So we've got here in the very first sentence, patient returns. So if a patient is returning, you know they're established. So then you can get rid of the answers with the new patient. So now all you've got to do is deal with answers A and D. That's super helpful. The modifier's the same. We don't have to worry about that. Our next CPT code is the same. We don't have to worry about that either. Looks like they're all the same. The only differences is whether we're going to times the 60 and the 61. And how we figure that up is to know how many components are in each vaccine that was ordered. So if you've got that handy dandy cheat sheet that I gave you guys that is on my website, you know how many components are in each CPT code. So that one, this one, and this one, those CPT codes all have components. And on my website, I have a free sheet that'll tell you how many components are in each vaccine so that you can get it in your book. So our rotavirus, our 904, 906, 90680 has how many components in it? And all we do is we go in and underneath these codes we'll write how many components. 90680 has one component in it. So that has one. Our 90723, which is our PDRX, has 5 components in it. And our 90670 is our Prevnar, which also has 1 component in it. If you add those together, that gives you 7. How many syringes did you have? You had 3 syringes because you have 3 vaccines being ordered. 1, 2, 3. Or right here, 1, 2, 3. So you minus that, leaves you 4. That's the number for your second code. The first number is how many syringes we're going to use or how many CPT codes we're using. And that's how you come up with the 3 and the 4 right there. So you know your answer is D with this one. Is that as clear as muddy water? So on my website, where that's at, let me show you guys. Let me get back there to medical coding. So if you come back to my website at Medical Coding by Jen for free, you can go over here to Shared Gallery. As soon as my fancy graphics quit showing. It's Facebook's in the way. Here we go. Let's go to Shared Gallery. All these pictures are here for free for you guys. You can upload even your own pictures if you have anything fancy that you want to share. It's all for you guys. But these blue and pink ones are the ones that have the components on it. Just click on those. It'll bring it up forward for you. It'll list the CPT code right here in this first column, and then it'll tell you how many components it has right here in the last column. There you go. Just write those down beside each one of the codes. I don't know where it's going right now, but probably made it too big. Twinkle posted that one. Anyway, super helpful. It's all free for you guys. Ugh. My internet's super slow. My kids are playing on the internet too. But there's tons of pictures here. When I go live, there's what to expect on exam day, how to do OB and delivery codes, what pens do I use, what do I use to tote these books around with, what camera do I use if I'm going to take my exam on, how to get an extra hour on the exam. Can I write in my books? Yes. How many test questions are on the book? My favorite anatomies. How to submit to get an extra hour on the exam. How do I do my notes? All kinds of stuff here for you guys for free. Even my Appendix L notes right there. It's a cool picture. But super helpful. Don't forget to go to the CPT book prep and my book prep videos right here. It's all free for you. You just click on the pictures and it'll tell you what to do. Super handy dandy. And we will do another workshop June 18th. I think we're going to do modifiers, E&M, and probably urology, something like that. I just got to go post it up on the website for you guys. Dogs are barking in the backyard. Goodness. Yeah. Let me get my child phone. Hold on. Hold on. Travis. Travis. Go find him and tell him to come here right now with his cell phone. Sorry, my children are doing nefarious things, guys. Sorry, I'm still trying to hunt down one of my children. It's disappeared. And I'm upset about it because they know they're not supposed to leave the house without me knowing, and they're using Me being distracted. Travis! As an excuse to be able to go do whatever in the heck they want because they know I'm distracted. Oops, wrong one. That was Twinkle, not Travis. Trying to find my child's phone number and call him. Like, where are you, Travis? Anyway, I'm going to get off here. So I'm going to go find him. And I got to get ready and go to bed because we got to be up at 6 a.m. for the airport. I hope this was helpful in some sort of way. I will see you guys while I'm running around in Texas, and I will
Please
be
leave your message for
back on the 16th for you guys. I will see you guys then.